So I had went in the room and I told my roommate and I told her how Mr. Chad had said sex trafficking is bad. And she was like, yeah, sex trafficking is bad. But I said, no, Mr. Chad said it's so evil. I said, you know what? God gave me a dream the other night, but I didn't understand it. But I'm thinking I'm starting to understand it now. I said, shoot, this place may be sex trafficking. So that night we started talking about all the staff members. We walked around the whole entire girls' floor and we are talking about how the living condition was, how the bathrooms was, how the lights in the room was busted, like the socket over our head didn't have like a cover on it, so like we could easily get shocked. So like we were talking about a lot of things, how the window was locked and we, if there was like a fire, we couldn't get out the room. It was a lot of things we were talking about. So that next day, well, let's go back. So that same night, my roommate said she was about to go to sleep and I was like, well, I can't go to sleep. I said, you can go to sleep. And I said, if you hear me scream, I said, wake up. That means wake up. Like I was scared. Like my nerves was running. Like it was just horrible, and I couldn't go to sleep that night. Like I don't know if y'all ever saw the movie Fall from Grace by Tyler Perry, but that movie, that place, it reminded me of that movie. Like they were holding more people hostage somewhere. But hold on. So that night, I started my own little investigation, and my next plan was the next day that I was gonna walk around the whole entire city and get some answers to figure out, like, is this place really real that we are in? Like, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't get my finger on it because at that point, I felt like that place was fake. I felt like there was another real one out there that we were supposed to be at. But come to find out, all the Covenant houses are all doing human trafficking. So if you ever been in the Covenant house, or if you know a family member that is in the Covenant house, they are a human trafficking survivor, and some are sex trafficking survivors because some has been raped in there, some have been um what is it called, relocated to a different location, like being marketed around different states, being sold, like, but they don't know it because they think that they're in the program getting the help that they need, but they're really blind to the real situation. So the next day, as I went downstairs, I told all the I'm trying to not say kids, but that's how they had treated us when we were in there. But I told all the youth to meet me outside before they got huddle time started. And that's when I was telling them, I was like, y'all, I said this place isn't real. I said something's not right about this place. I said God gave me a dream. I said something is not right and I can't get my fingers on it. So I showed them different things that I did find out through the investigation I did that night. I showed them how the cameras online are not adding up to the cameras that we are seeing in person. The chairs are not adding up online, that the same exact chairs that we see in person sitting there. And then I showed them how they were acting inside the place, the staff members. They were all wandering around, like they were all on their phones, like they were not acting normal, as if they heard me